GTC, let's get right into the business. I'm back with another one. Today's topic is going to be about the top performers of week 10. All right, let's get right into it. So today we're going to go right into a game where I predicted it was going to be an upset with the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. So we want to give shout outs to both of these quarterbacks for a great performance. CJ Stroud, 23, 39, 356 yards in a tutty, 1 INT. Passer rating was 87.1. We still want to shout out this rookie. Like I said, 356 yards in a hostile environment. He only threw one pick, and he took his team down there to win the game. You got to big up CJ Stroud. Like I said before, CJ Stroud. You also got to give Joe Burrow the props for battling back, being under duress the whole entire game, and still being 27 to 40, 347 yards, 2 tutties. He still threw 2 picks, but he was under duress, and he still had a 90.3 passer rating, which is pretty amazing. Also in that game, we got to give shots out to Devin Singletary. He had 30 attempts, 150 yards. He averaged 5 yards a carry and 1 touchdown. Also, 2 receivers in that game. I told you this afternoon game was going to be fire. You got to give up a big shots out to Noah Brown. 7 receptions on 8 targets, 172 yards. Jamar Chase, 5 receptions on 6 targets, 124 yards and 1 tutty. Again, guys, those are standout performances. Okay, you got to give these guys their props when they come in, they show up and they show out. In another game that I told y'all it could be an upset at, because I told you I believe these 2 teams were looking forward to playing each other on Thursday night, which was that Cleveland Brown versus the Ravens. The Ravens had this game gone and blown away. Somehow they do not play all 4 quarters, and they let teams back in, and Cleveland's defense just kept grinding and getting after it. But to shout out somebody from that game, you have to shout out Jerome Ford. Big shout outs to Jerome Ford, the running back for Cleveland. 17 carries, 107 yards. He ran all over that Raven defense. Where was that vaunted Raven defense? It wasn't there, guys. It just wasn't there. It's okay. Things happen. But here we go. The 49ers. I told y'all this was a get back or get right game for the 49ers. Nice little tune-up game, get right, showcase, let the world see that the 49ers are still serious out here. You got to give a big shout out to Brock Purdy. I told you if he could wipe his eyes and see clearly, he might be all right. Well, guess what today, y'all? He wiped his eyes. He can see just as clear as me and you right now. You hear me? 19 of 26, 296 yards, 3 touchdowns, a passer rating of 148.9. I say he was seeing real clear, guys. That's what I'm saying. All right. The next person that you got to look at in this game also is George Kittle, the tight end. This dude had 3 receptions on 4 targets, 116 yards. He averaged 38.7 yards and a tutty. He only got the ball thrown to him 3 times. So that tell you that offense was doing this. Okay, you got to give a shout out to those guys. And this next game, I was for sure the Chargers was going to get this game because they needed it worse than the Detroit Lions. And like I told you, the Lions took that ass whooping last week, and they had to sit on it for the bye and then come back this week. And then I just looked at the Chargers knowing that they need this game to stay relevant and to stay in the playoff. But you got to give shots out. That whole game was fire. I told you it's going to be some fire games. That whole game was fire. When you look at the 2 quarterbacks, I told you that Herbert was the better of the 2 quarterbacks. But today, hey, it is what it is. Jared Goff showed out. He was 23 of 33, 333 yards, 2 tutties, no INTs, went for 122.4 on his passer rating. The boy showed up. He balled out. Justin Herbert, 27 of 40, 323 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 INT, a passer rating of 114.9. The boy balled out. These running backs, I would have to give the edge to David Montgomery. He had 12 carries, 116 yards. He averaged almost 10 yards a carry, and he had a touchdown. And these receivers, these receivers went crazy. It was like it was nobody in the secondary to cover nobody. Hey man, you open? All right, don't worry about it. Hey man, how you doing? I ain't playing no defense. Oh man, how you doing? I ain't playing on. Keenan, go ahead. Keenan, go ahead. Oh, Amon, go ahead. St. Brown, go ahead, man. You good? You good? You good? That's exactly what it was like out there in the secondary for both of these teams. It was up and down the field, up and down the field, no defense at all. Amon St. Brown, 9 targets for 8 receptions, 156 yards, and a touchdown. The boy was averaging 19.5 yards a catch. Keenan Allen, he had 14 targets, 11 receptions, 175 yards. He was averaging 15.9, and he got 2 tutties. Like I said, and wasn't no defense out there, y'all. I'm just saying, wasn't no defense being played out there. All right, but those are, again, top performers. You got to give these guys their props when they go out there and they show up and they show out. We shouting them out. You know what I'm saying? We shout them out. Win, lose, or draw. If you did your thing, we shouting you out. The next game that I would like to go to is and give the props to is another game that I told y'all it was going to be an upset because Kyler Murray was back. And what did he do? He showed you he back. He showed you. He said, I'm back. All right. 19-32, 249 yards. He had 1 pick, but coming back, sitting out pretty much all of last year, most of this year, fresh in, first game back. Yeah, I would say Kyler Murray balled out, y'all. I would have to say that Kyler Murray balled out. You know what I mean? You can't take it from him. The man did his thing. His tight end showed up even bigger for him. His tight end had 9 targets, 8 receptions, 131 yards. Okay, so he was slanging that thing to that tight end. They had an impressive game today. All right, you got to get these guys their back. You just got to give them their props. We ain't gonna do no faking. This next game, whew, I told you I was gonna be a shootout. I liked it to go to the moon, and that it did. You got Seattle and the Commanders. Sam Howell, 29-44, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 109 passer rating. The kid balled out. He did everything he was supposed to do. Took his team down there on a game time drive. He got him down there. He got him in that area. He did what he's supposed to do. The defense let him down. What? By the defense letting him down, you got to celebrate that other quarterback on the other side because the defense didn't just let him down. Geno went out there and took it, okay? Geno, 31-47, 369 yards, 2 tutties, no INT, 103-yard passer rating. Those boys and them quarterbacks showed up and showed out, but you got to give Geno the ultimate props out of this whole situation because he had like a minute and maybe 45 seconds left in the whole entire game. He marched them down the field with no timeouts. All right, with 3 seconds, clocked the ball, got him in position to get a field goal. They win the game. Big up Geno, man. Y'all know how hard it's been for Geno. Big up Geno, man. Salute Geno. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, man. Top performers, helping your team get it done. And this last guy, man, like I said before in my last, top performers, everybody thinks I got some type of shade towards this guy. But like I told y'all, when this guy balls out, I'm going to be the first man to salute him. You hear me? I'm going to be the first to salute him. Man, you can't do nothing. I told y'all early in my predictions, this Giants-Dallas game was going to be a slaughter. Okay? A slaughter. And that's what it was. They slaughtered them boys. It ain't the G-men. It's the B-men. You know what the B stand for. You know what I'm saying? It's the B-men. And we're going to leave it at that. All right? Dak Prescott came out, showed his butt naked. You hear me? He showed his ass. That's what he did. He showed his ass. All right? 26-35, 404 yards, 4 tutties, 1 INT, passer rating of 138. Not only did he show his ass, CeeDee Lamb went out there and said, listen, if Dak's showing his ass, I got to show my ass too. That's what CeeDee said. CeeDee said, you ain't going to show your ass by yourself. We're going to show our ass together. Okay, CeeDee went out there, 14 targets, 11 receptions, 151 yards, and a touchdown. You got to give these boys their props, man. Right now, Dak is balling. You hear me? Dak is balling. CeeDee Lamb is balling. Give them boys their props. Salute Dak Prescott. Balling! Yeah, Dak Prescott, y'all. GTC, man. Tell me what y'all think about the top performers of this week, man. If I missed anybody or y'all think I left somebody out, man, drop it in the comments, man. Let me know what to do, man. Hit that like button, share. Let me know that what we doing, man, is the real deal. Y'all hear me? You know what I'm saying? And when you get a little chance, man, make sure you check into these memberships, man. Check out your boys, man. Check out your boys' memberships. Come holler at me, man. I'm out. Peace.